a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this account to see Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about your starting 11. Now we have two starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's all about two. Let my two and three come back. Anybody can. Anybody will collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next season. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name is Ekbenwe. Don't forget to subscribe. Alpha. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan. Versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name is Ekbenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hello viewer, you are welcome to the show. This is the Premier Sports Fan Center. And this is the live segment of our show. Today we are covering the 4 matches going on right now in the English Premier League. And that is the match between Leeds vs Brighton, Leicester vs Chelsea, Tottenham vs Nottingham, And the match between Everton and Brentford. Well, with me in the studio, I have two great sport analysts to analyze these matches, these live matches. And we'll be back before I introduce them to you. Just stay tuned. Don't go before I introduce them to you. Let's go hear what the fans have to say pertaining to these matches that is lined up today, most especially the match between Chelsea and Leicester City. Let's hear what the fans have to say before I will disclose to you my very, 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 very important guest. Just don't go away. Just wait. In a moment, we'll be back. 26 from Chelsea. Chelsea versus Leicester City. The Blues, the two Blues, you know. So what's your name?
My name is Toby.
Okay, Toby. So which club do you support?
Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea. Okay, so right now, what is your take? The match between Chelsea and Leicester City today?
2-0.
2-0. You feel 2-0? Why do you feel 2-0? You know that Chelsea have not really been in good form. But we know that in the last two matches they won. They won against Leeds, they won against Borussia Dortmund. So do you think they can continue in that extent?
Not really like that, but I think they can still continue for some while.
Okay, they can still continue for some while. You know, they have had a very bad season. You know, because in their last 10 matches they've won 3 matches. Leicester City in their last 10 matches also they've won 3 matches. It's like they're in the same position. You understand? It's like in the same position. It's just that Leicester City has considered more goals than Chelsea. So what makes you feel that Chelsea can defeat Leicester City?
Because, like, let me put it like this. Leicester City, they are not this type of team that do surprise people. Right. Like e.g. Fulham. Fulham can just beat a big team anyhow. Yeah. And let me say Arsenal. Okay. They have last season, last season they will always be in top 5, but now they are top of the table. Yeah. So Leicester City, they can't really. Yes, if they want to draw, that's the only thing they can do.
Okay, the best they can get today is draw against Chelsea. You know, the Chelsea squad so far. You know, we see a new transformation. You know, we see them, they've started winning. It's like probably I was asking, maybe Chelsea has forgotten how to win. But now these 2 matches have shown that it's like they've remembered how to win. So I want to ask you one question. Can you just give me 3 of your personal best Chelsea player? The 3 players, and give me the reasons why you like them.
Joao Felix, Mudryk, and Madueke.
Madueke, okay. I know all these people you just mentioned, they are new signing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why do you like them?
Joao Felix is this type of person who can give pass, he do come back, he's a playmaker. Okay. So Mudryk is this type of person that if you can just give the pass to the front for him, he will do what you want him to do. Okay. Madueke is a type of person who can dribble, can cut, and can cross inside. That's why I like 3 of them. All
right, you said initially you said Chelsea is going to beat Leicester City 2-0. Yes. So who are you expecting to score today?
Let me say Kai Havertz and Sterling.
Kai Havertz and Sterling. Sterling is not going to play. Rich and James is not going to play. I think Graham Potter have confirmed that they are not going to play. Sterling, have an hamstring, I think. And what's the other one? Kai Havertz. No, Kai Havertz is going to play. Kai Havertz is going to play. It's Sterling and James. They're not going to play. So you say 2-0. So what are you expecting to score apart from Kai Havertz?
Joao Felix and
Okay, Joao Felix and Kai Havertz. Yes. All right, I just wish your presentation come through. Thanks for talking with us. Enjoy your play. The match between Leeds and Brighton, it is 1-0 in favour of Brighton, and the match between Everton and Brentford, it is 1-0 in favour of Everton. Mr. Jimmy, you are welcome. You just heard what the fan said, you know, all what he expected the Chelsea team to do today. So I want you to quickly respond to that before we start discussing the issues.
I think every Chelsea fan came into this game confident because of the win we had against Borussia Dortmund. We saw the passion of the players, we saw the desperation to win. And this game was a must-win for us. I mean, we have to win. We can't just lose this game and go back to bad form. This game is a must-win for us.
All right, Mr. Sammy, what do you have to say?
To be fair, I came to this game pretty high. I was high on confidence because, well, we beat the most informed team in the world as of right now. They had like 10 straight wins or something. So I really came to this game wanting us to win. But at the same time, it's football, anything could happen. But now I heard our leading 2-0. So I'm very happy.
You are very happy. The second goal was scored by Juan Felix. But right now, VAR is checking that goal. VAR is checking that goal. I think it's under review as we talk right now. We don't know whether they're going to give that goal or not. But the first goal was scored by Chilwell, a former Leicester City player. You know, Leicester City have like 3 players in Chelsea. We have Fofana, we have Chilwell, and Kante. You know, Kante is almost okay with the injury, the surgery, and right now he's okay, but we're expecting him to play in the next Chelsea match. We're expecting him to play in the next Chelsea match. Right now, what do you have to say about Chilwell? I had him, interview was carried out. One of the journalists interviewed him, and he said he was 12 years old when he played, when he started playing for Leicester City. So it's like, that is his home team. And when he left, he knew all the workers in Leicester, the cook, the cleaners, the gardeners, and everybody. They were all friendly. He grew up with them. But leaving Leicester was one of the difficult decisions he ever made. You understand? Right now, he's here in Chelsea, and he has scored against his former club. So what do you have to say?
Yeah, he has always been a Chelsea, a Leicester supporter. Even as a boy, that's his home team, Leicester City. And he got booed before the match by the Leicester fans.
Wow, yeah.
That was why he celebrated it that way.
Okay.
He silenced his former fans.
All right, the goal has been disallowed. The goal has been disallowed. That is crazy. How do you feel right now?
It's really cold. I'm scoring a lot of offside goals. I really need this swing. To be fair, we can't keep making tents. I have rival fans laughing at us.
You have the goal by Chelsea disallowed on the advice of the video assistant referee due to an offside. It was considered an offside. An offside. But you still have confidence that Chelsea is going to win this match today?
Yeah, I think we started the first half very, very well, especially getting that goal from Chilwell again. We've looked more attacking and more better since the Dortmund game, even since the Leeds game, I would say, when we won that game. We've looked better. It looks like the players are already starting to build a chemistry and know and play better with each other now.
Yeah, prior to this match, before this match started, it was match day 25 for both of them. This is the match day 26 for both Leicester City and Chelsea. And both of them have similar issues. Like in the last 10 matches, they won 3. In the last 10 matches, Chelsea won 3. In the last 10 matches, Leicester City won 3. They were like in the same range. And Leicester City also, we saw them, and it's like they picked up winning, and now they have to play Chelsea.
Well, things happen like that. Leicester used to be they used to ride with the big boys. A few years ago, they won the Premier League. So these are both teams that are desperately looking for a win. But obviously, I will back my boys.
All right. It is like there is a signal, yeah? No, it's not a goal. It's not a goal. It's not a goal. Well, before we go into that, before we check the goal, let's just wait before whether the referee will confirm the goal, because there's a goal against Chelsea. Right now, let's just see whether in the 40th minute, let's see whether the referee will confirm the goal, but because there is a check right now ongoing. Prior to this match, we have seen that Chelsea just pick up form, most especially in the match between Leeds and Chelsea, and in the Champions League, Dortmund and Chelsea. And right here, this very particular match, a lot of expectation. The Chelsea fans have their hope high because they have seen the performance of Chelsea in the 2 last matches, and they are expecting a win right here. What is the magic? Because a lot of Chelsea fans have already given up hope in the Chelsea squad. What actually happened? that Chelsea picked up winning form?
See, there's one thing that most managers do, and that is sticking with the lineup. Potter had the confidence, he switched to a back three, to 3-4-3 formation, and was able to stick with the same lineup. He was able to maintain the same players, and they were able to build the chemistry. Well, I think that getting to know each other better, you know, there were a lot of signings, a lot of new signings in the January transfer window as well as the summer, and I feel like they really started to enjoy life under Potter.
All right, the goal has been given, and it is 1-1. Chelsea 1, Leicester City 1. And another goal has been scored by Leeds. Leeds 1, Brighton 1. Man, there's a lot of cracker in today's matches. You know, in the matches lined up today, there's a lot of goal, bumper goal. In the first half, we have seen goal, 2 goal in the first half. And it is Tottenham who is 2, and Nottingham Forest, no goal. So, where do you think this match will end today? In the most especially the match between Chelsea and Leicester.
I think I predicted a 2-1 win before the match, because I feel like Leicester in their stadium is a place where anything can happen. They also have good fans, they have good supporters, and their fans are always vocal. I feel like now all what Chelsea needs to do is to keep their head down. They shouldn't give up, and they should fight like they did against Borussia Dortmund, and we can still get something away from this game.
You can still get something away from the game. Let us look at the statistics of this match. Let us look at the possession. The possession is 55% for Leicester and 45% for Chelsea. Goal attempt, it is 5 for Leicester and 4 for Chelsea. Shot on goal, it is 2 for Leicester and 2 for Chelsea. So that is where that is where the statistics is taking us to. We have seen that Leicester has more goal attempt than Chelsea. Chelsea is having 4. I think that's to tell you the pressure is on Chelsea right now.
Yeah, I feel like even from the start, it has been a fair game. It has never been one-sided. We were lucky to get the first goal, and they've been unlucky too. Amati missed a header earlier from James Maddison's free kick, and they also had different chances. I think they hit the post too. Yeah. They had chances for them to score. So it has been a very even match.
Okay, the starting lineup. Let us look at this. Are you happy with the starting lineup? Because in the starting lineup we have 3 forward, 4 midfield, and 3 defense. And at the forward you have Mikhailo Modric, Havertz, and João Felix. Let us look at that. Is it a good combination?
Well, yes. I mean, like I said earlier, Potter is trying to stick with the lineup and moving with that same back three. Although I feel like Badiashile shouldn't have been dropped because he has been in excellent form, and it's only Premier League he can play since he can't play in the Champions League. Well, we have Chilwell starting. Enzo has been balling for some time now, and mixing him up with Kovacic just makes sense. And I felt that Modric, a guy signed for that amount and has that much potential, shall be given the start. So for me, the starting lineup has a rating of about 8 over 10.
All right, let us look at the midfield. The midfield, you have Chilwell, you have Kovacic, you have Fernandes, and you have Loftus-Cheek. That is the 4 midfielders. Is it a good combination?
Yeah, I feel like these players are used to this system, especially with the former manager Thomas Tuchel. Chilwell is best as wing back. I think we all know that. All Chelsea fans know Chilwell is a better left wing back than a better left back. And Loftus-Cheek can also play there. It's just for James is out due to illness. So Kovacic can guide Enzo because Kovacic played in a double pivot with Kante last season. So he can guide Enzo in knowing how to play that double pivot and this back 3 system.
All right, and let's look at the back line. The last line, it is Cucurella, Koulibaly, and Fofana. You know, I think this was the kind of back line he used against Borussia Dortmund. 3 at the back. Now, is it a good combination, Mr. Samuel?
Using the 3 at the back, I'm very, very supportive of it. Because it keeps us defensively solid. Like I said, with the wing backs and Chilwell. And Koulibaly has stepped out to be a very good leader at the back in the absence of Thiago Silva. But like I said, I don't feel like Badiashile should have been dropped.
All right. So far, it's like there's a pressure on Chelsea because if you look at it, Cucurella has gotten a yellow card and Fofana has gotten a yellow card. 2 people from the back line, they have gotten a yellow card. So don't that show that there is pressure for the Chelsea defense right now as we talk?
Yeah, there is pressure for our defense, but I think it's something we can handle. We are experienced. I mean, we don't really. It's only the Champions League and the Premier League that is left for Chelsea. So we don't need to be struggling with these kinds of games. Leicester also in the middle table like us. So I feel like our quality will show at the end of the day and we'll pick up the win.
Your quality will show at the end of the day. So the formation of this very particular match for Leicester City is 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1, and Chelsea with their traditional 3-4-3 line formation. And do you think it will pay off, this formation for Chelsea? Do you think it will pay off?
Well, I mean, it's a system that I'm so used to under our former coach, Thomas Tuchel. So, yeah, I feel like it will pay off. But at the same time, it's football.
It will pay off. So right now, we've seen the play so far. We've seen the play so far. And in your last match, most especially against Borussia Dortmund, we saw what Cucurella played. In fact, he was named the man of the match, despite the fact that a lot of fans of Chelsea, they are not happy with him. A lot of people were saying, remove Cucurella or sell him out or loan him out to one small club in India. You know, but we saw him coming out to be man of the match. So are you not surprised about that?
Well, yes, first of all, it was a good performance from Cucurella. I don't think any Chelsea fan expected him to be that good and on Tuesday night. It was a very, very good performance from him, and I think he deserves the man of the match, and he also deserves the start today. But personally, for me, I would have gone by their shoe, but maybe he just wants to give Cucurella a run of games to build his confidence.
All right, let's go see what the others are playing. So far, it is Everton 1, Brentford 0. Leeds 1, Brighton. In fact, the match between Leeds and Brighton has come to an end. So it ended with 1-1. All right, and the match between Leicester City, Chelsea, it is still 1-1. Tottenham is 2, Nottingham Forest 0. So a win for Chelsea today. Well, where will it take Chelsea to? Because one, you are still in the 10th position. Even though you win, you are still in the 10th position. So you need to win and win before you get out of that 10th position. For the past 1.5 months now, Chelsea has been in that 10th position. Are you okay with that position?
No, I am not okay. Because I've seen numerous memes. Like today is the Chelsea of March 2023. That was yesterday. Yeah. I've heard a lot of people saying you spent 600 million just to sit in 10th. About this, about that. So obviously, a win would be very vital. And it's just to bring us up. Liverpool was there with us, but they've risen up a bit and have gone down again. But well, I'm not comfortable with it at all.
You're not comfortable with it? No. You know, the interview, Graham Potter was interviewed, and he said actually the match between Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund, he got a little relief because he was under pressure. He was under pressure because one, he said, you lose, a lot of fans will talk, and when you keep winning, people will still talk. You know, but he said he was trying to build a formidable team for Chelsea. He was trying to build a formidable team, and he was watching, but a lot of fans were not patient enough. You know, but despite that fact, he was under pressure. But the match he won against Borussia Dortmund, that he said it was like they removed something from his head, and he was relieved.
Yeah. But I will say this I think I speak for every or most of the Chelsea fan base when I say you shouldn't get too confident yet. Yeah. Because that's just one game. His game tally has not been impressive enough at all. He had just 2 wins in 16 before the Leeds and the Dortmund game. Then he had 3, now he has 4 wins in 16. So his win tally is not good enough at all. So I feel like he should not feel that the pressure is lifted from him. Because even some Chelsea fans still want him to get sacked. They don't believe in him yet. The pressure was relieved a bit against Dortmund. So I don't think he should get too confident.
All right, let us look at their previous matches, their previous head-to-head. It is Chelsea who has won Leicester City the last 5 matches. Chelsea have won Leicester City 3 times, where Leicester City have won Chelsea once and they drew 1. So when we talk about the head-to-head, that means Chelsea is ahead of them.
Oh yeah, Chelsea is ahead of them, but Leicester versus Chelsea is always a pretty balanced affair. So it could go anywhere. It could go anywhere today.
All right, it could go anywhere today. And remember the last time Leicester City won the English Premier League, it was through the help of Chelsea. Because Chelsea had to win Tottenham for them to win. And they celebrated Chelsea and they even thanked Chelsea for helping them out. So it's like their neighbors, very close neighbors, and they are also rivals. They are also rivals. So what do you expect for Fofana to play today? Because he's playing against his former club. What do you expect Chilwell to play? We have seen Chilwell have scored against his former club. You know, what do you expect Fofana to do today?
I think Fofana is going to have a very, very good game. The Leicester manager said it before the game, Brendan Rodgers. He said Fofana is getting back to his best. So he watched him against Dortmund and he was really, really good again in that match. So I feel like Fofana will... I don't think Fofana has had any bad game in a Chelsea shirt. Yeah, he's worth the price. I think we got him for 70 million.
And another goal for Chelsea. Chelsea has made it 2-1 in favor of Chelsea. I don't know who scored this goal, but this goal was scored by none but Havertz. Somebody said it today that Havertz was going to score, and he has scored. I think the referee is going to give this one because this one is very clean. So how do you feel right now?
I feel fantastic. Well,
because they scored the goal with additional 2 minutes additional time after the second half.
For me, Havertz is my big game player. So I know that he hasn't been at his best because, well, he misses chances. Even though he's been player out of position, he has been criticized a lot, but he always turns up when we need him the most. And this lead was very important, taking it into the break.
Taking it to the break, the last thing that happened was Havertz's goal, and they blew the end of the match, the end of the first half. That's interesting, right?
Very, very interesting. It doesn't sound Chelsea.
It doesn't just no, right? I want Chelsea fans to be back alive because it is like most of the Chelsea fans, they are afraid now. Anytime Chelsea is playing match, anytime Chelsea is playing, they are afraid. They are not comfortable until it is over. You know, don't be. You know, your manager, Graham Potter, have said it that he played under pressure in the last match, but he knew what he was doing. That he was building a team for Chelsea. Now it's like you have had your first back-to-back win against Leeds and against Borussia Dortmund, and now you are having another win. If possible, probably you are going to win this match because already you are leading right now.
Oh well, I can't lie. When Chelsea play, I used to keep my pastor more. I can't lie. But obviously, having a third straight win for the first time since October, I think, would be very, very vital, very important to boost our confidence, boost the trust that they have with the manager, and boost the morale of the players.
Yeah, and boost the morale of the players and the fans also.
And the fans too.
And the fans also, because I remember I was saying somebody, a Chelsea fan, he was a Chelsea fan, you know, and he said after Chelsea lost their first match, and they had straight winless game. That's the first time Chelsea have ever had that such run. 8 winless. You know, one of the Chelsea fans said, "Man, I'm no longer a Chelsea fan." I know what happened. He said now he's a Man U fan because Man U was in form. And when they gave Man U 7-0, he came back to Chelsea. So there is defeat everywhere. Anywhere you go, there is defeat. Anywhere you go, there is a win. But who wins most and who loses less is who is the champion in the Premier League.
I feel like in this Premier League, we can still make something out of this season in the Premier League.
Okay.
If we win this game today, we'll be 3 points off Europa League spots, I think. Yeah. So I think that's the goal now, because top 4 might be well beyond our reach this season. So I don't think we should dream too much. I feel like we should be realistic. If we win 2 games, 3 games run again, aside from this game, we can qualify for the Europa League.
Yes, you can qualify for the Europa League. Now, we are coming back very soon. The second half will resume. But do Chelsea have the bench? You have the players in the bench to come and do the magic. Let's look at those who are at the bench. You have Badeshele, you have Martinelli, you have Chilwell, Chukwuemeka, Kalaga, Madueke, Pulisic, Zakaria, and Ziyech. Is that bench rich enough to come and do the damage in the second half?
I don't know about you, but that feels like a pretty much star-studded bench. Madueke played a couple of games. He was very bright. Ziyech, maybe getting back to his best. Pulisic back from injury, desperate to make an impact. Gallagher is there to cause confusion and chaos among the Leicester team, not the Chelsea, hopefully. And then we have the likes of Zakaria, hoping to balance up the midfield in case anything happens. So yeah, it's a pretty positive bench.
And you, it's a positive bench.
Yeah, it's a positive bench, but at the same time, it's a good problem to have as a manager. Because when you have those good kind of caliber of players at your disposal, that can turn to any time. Imagine we have to protect the lead. You can always bring someone like Zakaria on. If we need to score a goal, you can always bring someone like Madueke or Ziyech on also. So not many teams has this squad depth that we have. So I feel like it's a huge boost for Graham Potter.
All right, it's a huge goal. Let's look at those who are missing. Who are missing in the Chelsea squad due to injury or inactive. You know, we have Aubameyang, Aspilicueta, Bruja, James, and Kante, N'Golo Kante, Mendy, Mount, Messi Mount, and Thiago Silva. Then Sterling is also missing. Are you not going to miss their impact in this match today?
Well, obviously, I know the impact of James will be large, to be heavy. Sterling was bright. He scored a goal for us against Dortmund. So obviously, it's never a good thing to have a lot of injured players. So yeah, the impact will be missed, if you ask me.
And a player like Aubameyang, you know, a lot of Chelsea fans look up to him to come and make a difference in Chelsea, most especially scoring goal, standing as the last man to score the goal. But since he was brought into Chelsea after first 35 matches, he became inactive. Is it not giving you concern? Is it not giving you some concern that Aubameyang, who is supposed to stand as the last man, is not standing as the last man right now?
Yeah, I think it's more than a case of he has fallen out of favor of Graham Potter. I feel like him getting dropped out of the Champions League squad again would do something to him mentally. When he came, he was okay for us. I won't say it was fantastic, but he done his job as a striker to score goals. He scored against Crystal Palace. He scored in the Champions League. We were thinking we have a 9 that number 9 course is over, but unfortunately he fell out of favor of. I don't think it's Graham Potter. I think it also has to do with the board and some disciplinary issues with him also.
All right, if we look at the top scorers of this Premier League, you will see that you find Chelsea, the only Chelsea that has come up so far in the top scorer, it is Havertz. He has 5 before. This one he has scored now. You understand what I'm saying? It is 6. You understand, in the Premier League. And you are having players like Erling Haaland, who has 27. You are having players like Harry Kane, who has 18 before. But Harry Kane has scored 2 right now as we're talking. The two goals scored in the match between Tottenham and Nottingham Forest was scored by Harry Kane. That's to tell you that Harry Kane has gone up to 20 goals. So what is wrong with the scoring power of Chelsea?
We lack the cutting edge. It's as simple as that. We lack the cutting edge, the ability to finish off. They create chances, yeah, although I've been struggling a bit. They create chances, but they lack the ability to finish. Havertz hasn't been in fine form. Well, before the Dortmund game, Havertz wasn't in fine form. Mount was our heaviest, was our most impactful player last season, like 21 G and A, but he hasn't been at his best. Sterling hasn't been at his best. He's coming from City. Then the injury issues, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You understand what I'm saying? Without that cutting edge and that ability to finish all through the season.
All right, and what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I feel like it's the same. You will never find a Chelsea player in the top of the chart of the highest goal scorer since Diego Costa.
And Drogba.
Yeah, and Drogba. I feel like those were the last and real number 9s we have. The number 9s we've had after, they were not just good enough, or it didn't just work out. Torres did not work out. Morata did not work out. Even Giroud, you can say he worked out to an extent, but it was not that good to get. It was not that guy to get to 20+ goals a season. So I feel like we've not had a real striker since Diego Costa. The goals have been shared all this past season. Last season it was shared, the season before that, and defenders, midfielders, and attackers.
Defenders, midfielders, and attackers. But when we look at the table is gradually changing. Like the matches lined up for today, there is a 6th match in the Premier League lineup. We have seen the end of the first one, and that is the match between Liverpool versus Bournemouth. And it's the surprise of the century. Bournemouth defeated Liverpool 1-0 in their own home. And they were the last at the table. They were the last at the table. They were the bottom table. They were the last, the 20th. But this win has taken them to 15. Is it not a surprise that Bournemouth, a relegation team, defeated Liverpool, that just defeated Manchester Manchester United 7-0.
But in the end, Liverpool is not the most. They put 7 past Man U, and they go pull 1 past Bonamount. I had to laugh. It's funny. Because in the end, I see Liverpool fans mocking Chelsea when their club has been equally bad. Even though they're a little higher than us in the table, their club has been equally bad. To be fair, well, I didn't really see Liverpool. I saw Liverpool winning. It's a big surprise. But to lose 1-0 to the 20th place team in the league, well, that's something that Liverpool has been doing consistently this season. They lost to Nottingham, who was bottom at the time, 1-0. They've lost to a couple of other mid-table teams, 1-0. So I didn't really see that much of Liverpool when they lost.
All right. Liverpool were supposed to jump to four positions. That is the Champions League zone. Understand? If they had won this match against Bournemouth, they would have gone to 4th position. You know. Remember, there was a time it was between Liverpool and Chelsea. They were dragging for number 10 and number 9. 9, 10, they were dragging. But they have left that position, and they were supposed to be in the 4th position today. But this win by Liverpool, which is against all odds, because if you look at the betting and this thing, Bournemouth was having 7-point-something odd to win Liverpool, and Liverpool was just having 1.44 odd to win Bournemouth. But against all odds, Bournemouth won this match. Is it not a surprise, Mr. Jimmy?
It is a surprise, and I feel like Bournemouth have looked good in their last 2 games.
In fact, I agree with you. Because they were so unlucky against Arsenal.
They were so unlucky against Arsenal.
Because I agree with you.
It was a win of champions, the win of Arsenal against Bournemouth. So I feel like they deserve to win this match against Liverpool. Even though Salah missed the penalty and Liverpool were unlucky, but you have to give credit to Bournemouth and the manager. Even from being at the last position, beating a big boy club like Liverpool is never easy.
It's never easy. But I'm very sure a lot of people, most especially those who bet, they are not happy. They are not happy at all because the team have cut their ticket. Your ticket don't cut. Mr. Samuel, your ticket don't cut.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Well, they say early games is always difficult to predict. Most especially when you play match 1 o'clock, always go against odd. I used to tell people, always go against odd when you see early match. No, you have to pay me for that, too. This is what I'm saying now. Everybody watching me, you have to pay me for that.
Free tip.
All free tips. Always go against odd when it is early match. You will always win it because it doesn't come easy. Well, if you look at Liverpool, they play under a very hot sun, and I'm very sure they are not used to it. They are used to staying in the AC and cold weather. But that hot sun will reformat their brain. It will reformat their brain. They will not be able to play very well. Well, that is that. Let's come back to this particular match. Let's come back to Chelsea versus Leicester City. When we talk about the rivalry between Leicester City and Chelsea, it's something that has been for a very long time now. A very long time now, despite the fact they are neighbors. The last time Chelsea won them was in Chelsea's home. But right now they are in their own home. They would like to revenge that. Despite the fact that Chelsea is giving them 2-1, don't you see them coming back in the second half?
Like I said, it's football. Anything can happen. Anything can happen because, well, they are playing in the King Power Stadium. I remember them trashing Tottenham 4-1 a few weeks back. So, but anyways, I believe that my boys have gotten enough mentality. They've developed enough confidence to see the game out.
They've developed enough confidence to see the game out. Well, that is how far we can go. The match will start any moment from now. And we have just to go for just 2 minutes break, and we'll be back in a moment. Just 2 minutes break. Don't go away. Stay with us so that we'll continue the match between Leicester City and Chelsea. It's going to be an exciting match. Exciting match in the second half. Please don't go away. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to the second half of the show. And the match is flying as it's supposed to be. I can see Chelsea fans, they are smiling all over the world. I can see Chelsea fans calling me before they resumed this match. They were calling me and they were saying, I told you, we are going to win the match. Well, we are back. This is the second half of the match. And I still have Mr. Jimmy and Mr. Samuel with me here to analyze the match and to talk about the live match. Mr. Samuel, so far so good. It is the 50th minute in the match between Chelsea and Leicester City, and it is 2-1 in favor of Chelsea. The last goal was scored at the last minute of the second half, and it is Chelsea who is leading. So how do you feel right now? And what do you have to say so far with what you have seen?
I feel fantastic. I feel very happy because, well, we're in a winning position, and I feel like they could hold this out with the right attitude. The match, it has been okay, to say the least. I give it like a 6 out of 10 for now, or 7. Since Leicester is still kind of dominating a bit, our defense has been solid, it has been wonderful. I don't know how the first goal got in, but our defense has been wonderful. Fofana has done well to silence his former supporters. Same thing for Chilwell. Well, I see my boy is winning.
You see your boy is winning. In fact, when I was watching the match, I saw an exciting combination between Fofana and Chilwell. In fact, the last attempt by Fofana was a cross from Chilwell. How do you feel? Because both of them played for Leicester City before, and now they are in Chelsea, and they are trying to demolish, they are trying to destroy Leicester City. How do you feel about that combination?
I feel very, very happy. Probably they had the chemistry since they were in Leicester.
Okay.
And both of them bought for a reasonable amount of money, and I feel like they are showing their quality. They are showing that they are worth the amount they were bought for. So I'm really, really excited with their performance.
You are really, really excited. Let me go to other matches. Let me just give an update of what is happening in other matches. In the other matches, it is Leeds vs Brighton. It is still 1-1. Then Leicester City vs Chelsea is 2-1. Tottenham vs Nottingham Forest, it is 2-0. And the match between Everton and Brentford is 1-0 in favor of Brentford. But one amazing thing I want to talk about is the brace scored by Hurricane in the match between Tottenham and Nottingham Forest. You know, Hurricane just hit his 20th goal in the Premier League today by scoring 2 goals. It was in 18 goals before. He just hit 20th goal. Is that not amazing?
Hurricane is one of the most underappreciated strikers of all time.
Oh no!
He plays for a trash club like Tottenham, who doesn't give many
It's
trophies.
a trash club.
I saw a Tottenham fan.
Oh! Look at that!
Havertz.
The referee said offside, but that was a beautiful move by Kai Havertz. It was a beautiful move by Kai Havertz. Look at that! Oh, it was a handball. It's an handball. He walked through 4 defenders from the right side, but the referee signaled a handball. So you are saying something about Hurricane?
He's one of the most underappreciated strikers of all time. He has bagged about over 200 goals for Tottenham. He's closing in on 300. He doesn't just bag goals, he gives the assist, he links up their play, he helps them in their times of need. Even England is England's captain. For me, I feel like Hurricane should be moving this summer. He shouldn't keep staying in Tottenham if he actually wants to win a trophy to cement his legacy. He should move to a bigger club, a big team.
Now Chelsea needs a scorer. Will you suggest that Chelsea buy Hurricane? You need him. Will he match? Will he fit in?
Well, Hurricane is a fantastic player. He can fit into any system.
Okay.
So I feel like he'll do excellently well at Chelsea as long as they don't give him the number 9.
As long as they don't give him the number 9. Now you see, Ian Acho, is a bloody Nigerian, and he has been threatening the defense of Chelsea. I've seen so many moves he made and so many good passes he made. In fact, he's one of those people who has created so much assists, who has given so much assists in the Premier League. And here against Chelsea, I think he's doing well. Do you think he's going to score Chelsea today?
I hope not.
You're a bad boy. I hope not because you're a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, I hope not. It will be good for him, but not good for me.
Look at that! You see that move by him?
He has been one of Leicester's most promising person when you look for goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has had a fantastic, I won't say season, but a couple of weeks he has looked very, very bright. I think he has 4 goals for Leicester this season, and he doesn't start every time. But every time he's given the opportunity, he's always taking the most out of it. And seeing Leicester this second half, they looked a bit more dominant, and they've been really, really pressing Chelsea after the halftime.
All right. And yeah, there is an update. There is a goal in other matches, and that is a match between Leeds and Brighton. It was 1-1 before, but somebody just scored. Who scored? Brighton has made it 2-1 against Leeds. Your ticket cut? No. You know cut? Okay, good. It is Brighton who has made it 2. They are away, and they have scored against them, Leeds, and it is 2-1 in that match. And it's a very, very powerful one. No, that is where you bought your coach from. That's where you brought your coach from. That is Potter. Graham Potter was from. But right, he left here, but they were still doing well. And another goal update, and that is the goal in the match between Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest. And this time around, it is Tottenham who has made it 3 against Nottingham Forest. I don't know whether the referee will give that anyway. So let's look at this. Look at the dominance right now in the second half. And you can see the move by Leicester City is a very dangerous one. They have dominated Chelsea in the midfield. You understand what I'm saying? Most especially the presence of Ian Nacho there. They have dominated Chelsea in the midfield, and they are trying to create a chance. They are trying to look at that. They are trying to create a chance, and any moment from now, if Chelsea lose guard, I'm very sure they are going to score against Chelsea.
Yeah, this second half, Leicester have been really, really, really brilliant. I've been seeing some good combinations. James Madison, Iheanacho have been banked. They've looked the better team this second half, and any moment from now, I won't be surprised to see a goal from Leicester City. They really deserve it.
When we talk about goal scoring, in the Premier League, in this very particular matches now, we have Leicester City and Chelsea. And if we talk about those who have scored goals, we talk about Madison who have about 9 goals, Baines have 8 goals, and Havertz has just made his own 6 goals now. So those 2 players, Madison and Baines, they are present right here in this very particular Leicester squad, and they are very good scorers. So we are expecting goals from them because they are one of the top scorers in these matches now. So do you think Chelsea defense will allow them to score these goals?
With Fofana, no. With Koulibaly, no.
With Fofana, no.
With Korea, no. With Chilwell, no. With Loftus-Cheek, no. Even with Enzo, no. I trust my boys. I can back that any day. I can back that anytime. They're not allowing any more goals. Hopefully.
Right now it is a positive result for Chelsea, whether we like it or not, because they are ahead with a 2-1 win. It's a positive result. But let's look at what happened in the match between Tottenham. It is 3-0 in favor of Tottenham, and the last goal was scored by Song. Song just scored the 3rd goal. In our last, we gave him the Premier Sports Fan Center Man of the Match in the match between Tottenham and which team was that? It was very spectacular. It was spectacular. He did a lot of magic. And in fact, right now we have seen him scoring a goal in this very particular match. You've seen him scoring a goal. So what do you have to say about Song too? Because when you talk about Tottenham, you know that it's Harry Kane, you know that it's Song, and now they are performing magic. 3-0.
If I should name the top 5 wingers I ever watched in Premier League, Son has to be up there.
Wow.
He's fantastic. He both left and his right foot. He has this wonderful pace. His close control dribbling. His finishing is wonderful. He hasn't had the best of seasons because last season was top scorer. This season doesn't have up to 10. He hasn't had the best of seasons, and he's a very likable person, a lovable player. So I feel like Son is just getting back to his very best. And
All right.
I really wish the best for him.
All right, let's talk about this particular match. The match between Southampton and Leicester City, the last match Leicester City played was 1-0 in favor of Southampton. And all the fans, most of the fans of Leicester City, they were shouting, sack Brendan Rodgers. Sack Brendan Rodgers. That's the manager. Sack him. And he's here today to redeem his image. But this is what Chelsea is doing to him. You Chelsea people, you are merciless. And you are giving him 2-1 already. And do you want him to be sacked?
I don't think he should be sacked.
Good.
Unlike Graham Potter, he has actually achieved something with his club. I don't think it's up to 2 years when they beat us in the FA Cup final. They did. And he has been really, it's not easy to win silverware with a team of Leicester when you have other teams like Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United in the same competition. So I feel like he has done a very, very good job over the years when he had the likes of Vardy and Maddison at their best. So I feel like he will be given more time. It's a bit disrespectful to him if he gets sacked now.
It will be disrespectful for him when he gets sacked. But when we talk about Graham Potter, Graham Potter has not had the opportunity apart from coaching Brighton. You understand? And he has not won any top tournament apart from the England leagues. The other small leagues. You understand? He has not won top tournament like the Premier League, La Liga, Champions League, you understand, Europa League, FA Cup, you understand. He has not won anything like that. He does not have all those records right now. But here is coaching a big team like Chelsea and giving him opportunity. They have spent all the money, and a lot of Chelsea fans were shouting, "We don't want him, we don't want him, we don't want him." Right now, will you say you don't want him?
It's a tough word to say. But on one hand, obviously, it's a bad run of form. Well, before the Leeds game, it has been a bad run of form. Well, he has been making useless substitutions. He has been putting up useless lineups, and he wasn't there when his team needed him the most. On the other hand, he's a brilliant young manager. He took Brighton to where they are now and passed it off to safe hands. One part of me wants to give him more time to develop, comparing him to the time at Arteta, because when Arteta got to Arsenal, he wasn't.
Did you see that? Woo! Did you see that miss by Havertz again? Did you see that?
Yeah, it was his weak foot. So
you mean his right foot is his weak foot?
His right foot is weak foot. His left foot is stronger foot. So, and it was under pressure by the Leicester City defender. So I won't say it was a clear chance.
No, it is a clear chance because one, you see a lot of defenders around him, but he has created that chance because that move he made to the right side, he has cut off so many defenders, and he played the ball actually, but he went over the pole.
Yeah. Like I said, he was under pressure. So a good nine like Harry Kane, I don't expect him to miss from there. But Havertz, we know, he's not an out and out number 9 striker who will get you all those kind of goals. So you have to cut him some slack.
Good. Right now we have seen what is playing out. Koulibaly is there. Fofana is also there. Cucurella is there at the back post. Because right now you are leading. If you can hold the Leicester striker to the end of this match, that means Chelsea have had another win from back to back to back. You understand what I'm saying? So, but what do you think the manager should do from what you are seeing so far? And the pressure Leicester City is bringing to the Chelsea squad. If you are right close to the manager now, right close to Graham Potter, what will you tell him?
Hold the ball, maintain possession, don't give away useless balls. Well, I feel like although it's still like 60-something minutes on the clock, so it's not time to park the bus. So I feel like they should be holding the ball. They should be more compact. They should also be going forward. Not like they should just sit back. They should still be attacking. Well, the back three has done excellently well. But basically, I feel like they should just keep the ball in the Chelsea half. No, not in Chelsea half. They should keep the ball in the Leicester's half. They should maintain the advantage. They shouldn't give away useless corners and free kicks.
They shouldn't give away useless corners and free kicks because those areas are deadly. And when it comes to set piece, you don't take it away from. Oh no! Oh, that would have been another goal for Leicester City. But who was that? Who saved that goal? It was Enzo Fernandez.
I think it's Gallagher.
Okay,
It's Gallagher.
Is that Kalaga?
It's Gallagher.
That was a brilliant save. Otherwise, we would have been talking about 2-2 now.
Gallagher is really proving his worth now.
Yeah, I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to pack the bus because it's very, very risky. I think we need to score more. I think we need
Just one more goal.
Yeah, 1 or 2 actually. Because
Oh, you can now see what Brendan Rodgers is doing. He's bringing in 3 players at the same time. That means he have a plan.
yeah, I like to see the response of Graham Potter because I don't think the right thing to do now is just pack the bus. Yes, we have to be smart defensively, but I feel like we also need to go forward because this Leicester team are very capable of breaking down any defense. No matter how strong they almost scored right now. If not for Conor Gallagher, they will have drawn level at 2-2. So I feel like we still need to score at least a goal before we pack the bus.
Yeah, you still need to score a goal. You still need to go ahead comfortably. You still need to go ahead because you right now one goal is not enough. One goal is not enough for you to say, okay, we have taken the day. Because right now, Mr. Samuel, I know you are very, very. When it comes to Chelsea, you love your team, and a little team shakes you. Now I want you to tell me your position because are you comfortable with this 2-1?
Nobody is ever comfortable with 2-1. There is no manager you ask in the world and you say he's comfortable with 2-1. Even there's nobody, no matter how important the match is. 2-1 is never a good scoreline. I feel like it's best to add one more.
Look at that move! It is Modric. He's running and passing. Oh, that was a good block by. He run past 4 defenders, and the last man there have to block him. It was Mukala Modric. He's a beautiful player, a very, very beautiful player.
Very beautiful.
But there's something. There's something about the Chelsea fans. These Chelsea fans, you are so greedy. When I say Chelsea fans, you are so greedy because when Potter was buying all these players, you are saying he's just buying players, we are not winning. He's just buying players, you are not winning. Now he has bought the players, you are now seeing the impact of the players, and now you are winning because right now, back to back, you are winning your 3rd match. If you win this one now, you are winning your 3rd match in a row. So are you people not greedy?
Oh, what a save!
Do you see that? Do you see that move again?
Havertz almost scored another goal.
Are you people not greedy?
In a way, I know my fan base.
Right.
Sometimes they want everybody to perform at their very best immediately. They bought in Modric. Now I see some fans are complaining that he's not scoring any goals or putting any assists. But you can't expect someone to come from Ukraine and just make an immediate impact. He is one to watch for the future. He has great potential. He has blistering pace. He has the ability to take on defenders. I know that the best is yet to come, but it's Mikhailo Mudryk. If you watch this guy while he was still in Shakhtar, he was a fantastic player. Yeah. And I know that he will still develop.
Even in Chelsea, he's a fantastic player, even though he has not scored.
Hey,
Brian! A beautiful one! That is a beautiful one. Well, we are talking about Mudryk. Despite the fact that he was bought 88 million. You understand what I'm saying? He was bought 88 million. We have seen his impact. Let me tell you personally, I am okay with what he's playing. Because I have seen the beauty of his play. He was bought because most of the Chelsea fans, they always look at the money. They always look at the money side. And it was bought 88 million. And if you look at Fofana and what's his name? Chilwell, they are bought from Chelsea, 120 M, both of them. 120 M, both of them. And it's a very good combination, whether you like it or not. It's a very good combination. It's not a waste. But, you Africans, you always like money. When it comes to money, you don't look at the value added. So what do you have to say about that?
Modric is a fantastic player, like I said. And for me, Chelsea's business has been good. I know my fellow Nigerians will be looking at this. Oh, they spent 600 million, this and that. But think about it. They spent money on a player like Enzo. He has come to balance up our midfield. They spent money on Madueke. He has added depth to that right wing. They spent money on Mudryk, added the pace to that left wing. Well, they spent money on Badiashile. It's been fantastic at centre back. For fun, I remember them mocking him like, why have you spent a lot?
Oh! Did you see that? Did you see that? You are not seeing it. Did you see that? Do you see Cucurella? Do you see how he flied with his life? You know, his two hands were on the back, and he fell down, hitting his back and his head on the ground, but he didn't care because he wanted to sacrifice for Chelsea. And this is the same Cucurella all you Chelsea fans have been criticizing. And in the last match between Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund, he was the man of the match. Even despite the fact we were looking at Rick James, we were looking at Gallagher, so many players, we don't even know who to give man of the match because they all came out and they played beautifully well. You understand what I'm saying? They all came back and played beautifully well. We don't even know who to give man of the match. But at the end of the day, they gave it to Gallagher. But we here in the studio,
Gallagher.
We gave it to... Where are you going to? I saw you standing up. Where are you going? It's like you wanted to run out of the studio. You want to celebrate? You know, we here in the Premier Sports Fan Center, we get to give it to Rick James. The match between Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea. You know, but the whole Chelsea player, they were spectacular. They played football. They came out with their mind and played out their mind. You know, and that's what we are seeing here today. You know what I'm saying? That's what we are seeing here today. But you people did not give. You don't say that. That is a, who played that? Vardy. Is that Vardy? He's a stupid player. I'm sorry, I forgot I was in the studio. You know? I forgot that was a stupid thing to do.
He's even on his strong foot.
Look at that. 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 Just look at that.
Scuffs it.
Yeah, scuffs it.
But anyway, you were happy because you didn't utilize that opportunity. You didn't utilize that opportunity. You guys are happy, but it was a naughty thing to do. You know, hall by hall, it was a naughty thing. And now we can see Graham Potter has come and is bringing in Chilwell, and Chilwell is going out, right?
Yeah, Chilwell is going out.
And Pulisic is coming in. I told you already we have seen the bench. And you said Pulisic, Chilwell, and the rest of them, they are important players. And Loftus-Cheek is going out. And he has been spectacular in this match. In fact, he did very, 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 very excellently well in this particular match. And substituting him is not because he didn't do well, but because they need other people, a fresh leg to come in. Do you agree with me?
Yes. Well, I mean, he's not Rich James, and he's not even a right wing back or right back. Come to think of it. For him to be able to leave his comfort zone and fill up that right-hand side of the Chelsea team, he has been very, very fantastic. Or not at very, very the best, but he has been very, very good. And I feel like they just brought in Chalobah to tighten up the defense because, well, they bettered the last 20 minutes.
All right, let us quickly look at an update of the matches that is played across the English Premier League. And there is a goal, and that goal was scored by Leeds. And now Leeds vs Brighton, it is 2-2. 2-2. Other matches remain the same. And an important chance, a very big chance for Chelsea right now. Chelsea is about to make it 3. Let's see whether the referee will allow that. Let's see whether the referee will allow that. A very big chance for Chelsea. It was a very beautiful one. It was a counter. You know. Well, Leeds have equalized against Brighton. You know, those who took it 2.5, goal times 2. Goal times 2, you'll be having 8 odd. You know, goal times 2. Have you ever heard about that? Goal times 2, you'll be having 3 odd. And if you play Chelsea, 3 combo. I'm just giving them an expo of in the betting zone. Where we will come back very soon. We'll come back. We will come with a segment of that betting zone where we will give you tips of what to do. We have a professional in our midst, Mr. Edeyemi. He will come. He has never missed a presentation before. Everything he said, he always gets it right. He will come here and he will tell you, he will give you the tips of what to do. But remember, it's not free. You will pay something for that. You know, he told me before that this match that is going to be goal times 2 in the match between Leeds and Brighton, and it has just happened.
They've gone through.
A very beautiful chance, and that will be the goal. He has and that is the goal.
7 is no more. Yes.
I told you.
Mudryk. Look at the base.
I said that was why I said the referee will have to check that. The referee have to check that. Let's look at the move. But it was a very beautiful move. I don't know what the referee will give that. Is that on offside?
I think it's close. It's close.
Very close. Let the referee draw the line. Let the VAR draw the line. Let the VAR draw the line.
had many offsides.
Oh, the goal was disallowed. That's a fuck up, man. That goal was disallowed. That goal was disallowed. Anyway, it was a beautiful one for Chelsea, whether we like it, whether disallowed or not. It was a very brilliant move. And that would have been one of, Iheanacho is gone out. Iheanacho is gone out, and Vardy is in. You know, Vardy has not been consistent when it comes to Leicester City. Though we know Vardy those days to be the talisman of Leicester City, but we have not seen that in this present day. He has not been scoring goal, he has been absent. In fact, Iheanacho has made more impact than Vardy in the rest of this season. You agree with me?
Yeah, I feel like age is catching up with him. You can never be at the top for life. We even saw that with the ultimate GOAT Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, age would catch up with you. And I feel like Vardy has been at the top for many, many years. And it's just age that's caught up with him right now that
is not on form. And now there is a very big chance for Nottingham Forest. Anybody will play three combo in a match between Tottenham and Nottingham Forest will be smiling with 4.20 odd. But no, people will be afraid to take that. And Nottingham have scored a goal, and it is 3-1 right now in favor of Nottingham. Do you see that beautiful defense? No, headed it out.
See, his age. The value of those days, you see him celebrating in all kinds of...
Another big chance for Chelsea right now as I'm talking to you. It's a beautiful... I don't know whether the referee will give that. Do you see that? Another beautiful chance for Chelsea. I don't know whether the referee will give that. Well, let's watch it. The one we saw scored by Bukayo Modric was considered offside, was disallowed by the referee. But let's see whether the referee is going to give this. Let's see whether the referee is going to give this. Let's watch it because there are some suspicious moves there. Let's see whether the referee is going to give this. And that goal was by Kovacic, a defender. Well, I mean, a midfielder, sorry. One of the midfielders. Let's see whether the referee will give that. We are still watching. You know, but apart from that, the present Chelsea squad, are you not seeing positivity in the present Chelsea squad? That this Chelsea squad you are seeing right now is different from the one who has broken the heart of all Chelsea fans.
We are building a team. I'm seeing a lot of positives from this match. I've seen a lot of positives from their squad.
Oh. And that is the goal. Yes. This one is considered a goal because there is no doubt about it. It is Kovacic.
What a goal. Assisted by Modric.
You know, Modric scored the first goal and it was cancelled. And now he created a chance for Kovacic.
About avoiding his 0-7. That's what I said. I don't want to keep to clock that 7. Have to avoid that 0-7.
Oh my, what a goal from Kovacic.
Let's see whether the referee will give that. He has to give it. If he gives that, that means it is all over.
Good response.
Look at that move.
He's on side.
Look at that.
Enzo
Fernandez.
Enzo.
What a pass.
They mock us that he was
what
not...
a ball from Havertz.
And see the blast.
Oh, Lord.
Enzo.
Chilwell.
Brilliant. Enzo. Brilliant from Enzo.
This is what João Felix did there.
Brilliant from Havertz. Brilliant from Modric.
Oh, that was an acrobatic scoring. Acrobatic scoring. Checking goal possibility again. Probably it's going to be considered an offside. Let's see whether the referee will give that. Let's see. The VAR is checking. Let's see whether the referee will give that.
If I'm Graham Potter, next time on the training ground, I'll put a line.
You put a line.
I'll put VAR on the training ground.
They will train with a line.
Yes. The offsides are too much. Okay, it's onside.
Yes.
It's onside.
Yes.
It's onside.
Oh, God, but look at that pass. Enzo.
Oh, and that goal has been given. It has been given. And another goal for Chelsea. 3-1. In favor. Bro, I want to ask this question. What has happened to Chelsea? You know, I'm very sure probably when Chelsea was losing, you particularly you are not happy with Chelsea. And I remember before I discovered that you are a very good sport analyst, when I went for Vox Pop, I met Jimmy and also met Samuel during Vox Pop. No offside offense, you know. I met both of you. Both of you came. The first time I respected you guys, the way you analyzed Chelsea. You told me how you felt. You told me that your team is not good enough, and that your team was going to lose. They lose. But the other time you say probably you're going to win, and they won. and I discovered that you guys are very good when it comes to analyzing football. But right now, you are seeing the win back to back to back to back to back to back. Chelsea is winning. How do you feel right now?
Yes, I know I can walk out in public and carry my shoulders high. I said that. See, today I wore my jersey. I still wore it on Wednesday.
Okay.
I can confidently wear it in public. Now somebody say, look at this team, this is your shit, this is your trash team. I can confidently wear they're playing like the Chelsea that took your vote.
Yeah.
They're playing with more passion. That is the same thing that has been helping Man U. It's helping Chelsea now. They are playing with pride. They are playing that they're happy to wear the badge. I can say that they're back. I can say that Potter is holding back his Brighton days, and I really want to see them make something out of this season.
All right, Mr. Jimmy, will you say that it was too late for Chelsea to come back with this winning mentality?
I won't say it was too late, but I wish we had it earlier.
Okay.
I wish we had all this earlier. I mean, there will have still been a potential chance to make top 4. But right now, it's not mathematically still possible, but I don't see us making top 4.
You don't see, but right now, so far they have played. This is the 26th match, right? Yeah. Both of them, they are playing the 26th match, so they still have 12 matches before the end of the season. That 12th match is not enough to bring you to top 4 if you consistently win. Because right now they are playing 26, you have 38 matches to play. That means you have 12 matches left. With that 12 matches, if you win 10 matches, won't you go to top 4?
If you recall, I think last season or last 2 seasons, Liverpool were 8th, they were in the mud, and they went on to win 13 straight matches to climb all the way to 3rd. So anything is possible with these Chelsea teams. I know we have a couple of tough games coming up against Man City. We still have a game against Arsenal. Liverpool coming up very soon. But right now, I can't lie to myself. My mind is in the top 4. My mind is maybe to get a spot in Europe. But watching this match, beating Leicester 3-1 in their home which they trashed us and 4-1 out to my people. I feel like my boys are back. I feel like the confidence is there, and maybe, just maybe, we can reach that top 4. But obviously the odds are against us. But just maybe we can make that top 4.
Okay, look at that move. They've been struggling to score Chelsea, but if you look at the defense of Chelsea, it's very strong. Against Borussia Dortmund, it was a clean sheet. Against Leeds, it was a clean sheet. But right now, they have scored 3 and consider 1. Probably, maybe Potter wanted Chelsea to be scoring more goals. And if you want to score goals, that means you have to open up. And that little open up they've done, that's what gave Leicester City the opportunity to come and score that 1 goal. But the most important thing is that you are scoring and you are winning. Right now, you are 2 goals ahead of Leicester City, and it's a comfortable result so far. You know what I'm saying? It's a comfortable result so far. So the question I want to ask right now, will you say Chelsea is back, Mr. Jimmy?
Well,
will you be confident enough to say Chelsea is back? Can you just shout it, Chelsea is back, or you are still afraid?
I can't shout Chelsea is back.
You can't shout it.
I can't shout Chelsea is back. I know when you win 3 games. When you win 3 games, you're on form, yes. But still, I'm in the middle. I'm not too confident yet.
Okay, all right.
I feel like if we play a team like Man City and we come out with a good result after these performances, then I can come out and say Chelsea is back.
You okay?
But right now, I see massive improvements. Really.
Mr. Samuel. Well, let me leave Mr. Jimmy here. He just have his own shout. Chelsea is back.
Chelsea is freaking back. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do.
Didn't you hear Mr. Samuel? He's proud to say that Chelsea is back. He's proud to say that Chelsea is back. But Mr. Jimmy is very reservative. You know what I'm saying? He want to have that assurance first. But I can see that Mr. Samuel was more intense than Jimmy. When we were playing this match, especially when Leicester City equalized, I was even afraid to ask him a question because when I look at his face, he's like, "Hi, the world has ended." But right now, he's the one saying, "Chelsea is back." He's the one saying it. All right. So far, so good. The match is 85 minutes. We have 5 minutes left to the end of the match. What will you advise Graham Potter to do right now, Mr. Jimmy?
Right now, I would like to.
Oh, Fofana is going out. And who is this new player coming in? Badiashile. No, look at Fofana. Are you happy with him going out? Because he did very well. You know, despite the fact that he was one of the three last man, you saw him struggling for goal. In fact, there was a chance he almost scored the goal, but he didn't come in. But right now, he has been substituted for Badiashile coming in.
Well, I mean, he has done his best. I also hope it's not a bad injury, because Fofana has a history of knee injuries. I also hope it's not a bad injury, and maybe they also want to give Badiashile playing time. I mean, Badiashile is a well-composed player, so it's like there's basically no difference with them in the defense. Koulibaly can move out left, which is most accustomed to, but Badiashile can move in the middle. I feel like the future of our defense is bright because, well, Badiashile is also a fantastic player, just like Fofana. They're both French, they both have chemistry. So, yeah, I'm basically happy as long as it's not an injury concern.
Okay, despite the fact that Fofana was substituted, you see him after the substitution, he was smiling and he was happy going out. You understand what I'm saying? What does that tell?
He knows he had a good performance. Leicester player has been shown in red.
Oh! Face! The man that looked like David Luiz has been given a red card. That means it is all over. So Chelsea should be celebrating now. That means they have had back-to-back win. But did he really deserve that red card?
Poor tackle.
Look at that.
It was a poor tackle.
No, but it was not a red card. Probably he had a yellow card before.
Yes, the second yellow.
He had a yellow card before. And then the work now is on Brendan Rodgers, the manager of Leicester City. Probably is trying to look at who is supposed to bring in to cover two man's position. Because anybody is bringing in now will be 1 in 2 person. Somebody that can cover 2 persons position. That can run here and not get tired. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper came out and, you know. So, the way it looks like now, it is like it is over for Leicester City. It's like Chelsea has won it. Do you assume that Chelsea has won it? Are you still shaking?
No, I'm not shaking. I think they can hold on. I hope they can hold on because, like I said, it's football. Anything can happen. But now that they have that extra man advantage. Number 1, number 2 is even a centre back that got a red card. So they have that extra man advantage. I feel like, and they're keeping possession well, like I said. So yeah, they can hold out the win. Who knows? They might have had more.
Hey bro, what do you have to say to the old Chelsea player? What you have seen so far? If you still look at them, they are not intense. You know, they are comfortable. Look at the way they are passing the ball around. They are taking over possession. You understand? They are not even afraid. They attack. They come back. What do you have to say about the generality of their play today?
Well done. Job well done. I mean, they executed the plan to a D. Like, they did everything perfectly, I think. Graham Potter will be so proud of his players. And I feel like even with this performance at Leicester's house again, it's not an easy task to win 3-1 in the King Power Stadium.
All right, an update of the matches. One of the matches just come to an end, and it's the match between Leeds and Brighton, and it is 2-2. 2-2, Leeds vs Brighton. That match just come to an end. And the match between Everton and Brentford is still 1-0 in favor of Everton. Chelsea is trashing Leicester City 3-1. And Tottenham also trashing Nottingham Forest 3-1. If you play 3 combo, you'll be getting 3-4 odds in this very particular match. You understand what 3 combo is? I'm giving it to the fan. I'm giving it to our viewers. 3 combo means you give a win to a particular club and both teams score, and you give a 3 combo. You know what 3 combo is?
Okay, yeah.
You understand? Like for instance now, 3 combo, Tottenham to win and both teams to score. Chelsea to win and both teams to score. It has a very big odd. And Expo, But next time when we come, Mr. Yemi is going to analyze it for you. He's going to tell you how it is. Always stay tuned to Premier Sport Fan Center. You will always get the best from us, and you will always get the right tips to win in the matches. So far, it is 91 minutes, and 7 minutes has been added in the match between Leicester City and Chelsea. 7 additional minutes, the regulation time is over. So what do you think Chelsea should do in this additional minute of 7 that has been added?
Just enjoy, play the ball,
enjoy,
kick the ball around. Yes, I've been seeing very, very, very good combination in the midfield. Enzo Fernandez and Kovacic is something really, really nice, and I feel like they even need to play along together more to build that chemistry. Kovacic had it with Kante, but Kante has been out due to injury, and he's having the chemistry with Enzo Fernandez right now, and it's really, really good to watch.
Really, really good to watch. Really, really good to watch. Now, if you look at the matches, you see that a defender scored in the Chelsea squad, a defender scored, a midfielder scored, and an attacker scored. From every segment of the Chelsea play. Chilwell scored, a midfielder. Havertz scored, an attacker. Then, what's his name? The last corner, Kovacic. Kovacic too is a midfielder. The goal by Fofana was cancelled, right?
No. The keeper denied it. The keeper denied it.
Okay, the keeper denied it. So if you look at it, 2 goals from midfield and 1 goal from the attack.
It basically just fits what he said earlier. We don't play with top goal scorer. We don't play with a guy that bangs in 30 goals a season. The goals are mostly shared between the Chelsea players. It just shows how fluid the attack has been, how fluid they have been going forward, and it's a really positive match.
A really impressive match. Bro, if Chelsea win this match today, like I've asked you before, though you have said it that you will not say it's back. You will not say Chelsea is back. But it shows a lot of positivity in the squad of Chelsea. The squad of Chelsea. But before we get the man of the match today, before we say, okay, this is the man of the match, I just want you to mention like 3 players that is outstanding, your own personal. That you say, oh, these 3 players have been outstanding in this particular match today.
For me, it has to be, first of all, Fofana. He has been really, really, really good in this match, even though he came off for Badiashile. And for me, Kai Havertz, again, scoring again, is a very, very, very big thing to prove. He's proving that he's back to his best, I think, now. So Kai Havertz has to be up there. And the last player I'll mention is a player that just came on, Conor Gallagher. He made the goal line clearance, and he has been really, really good for us, both defensively and offensively.
All right, Mr. Samuel, can you just tell me 3 players that you say, okay, these players, despite the fact they didn't score, maybe they scored, they have really done well. Can you just mention 3 of them? Personally.
My boy, Chilwell is going up there. I can't lie.
Good.
He got a goal against his former team. Well, he has been making some fantastic crosses. All his corners were also goal-threatening. He has been fantastic going forward as well as holding his wing. Chilwell. Then Fofana is a absolute pace beast. He has done well to keep the Leicester attack at bay. Fofana has also been excellent. And obviously, if I should mention the 3rd player, my King Kai Havertz.
Havertz.
Yes, he's not even, if you watch him, he's not even a number 9. He's more of a calm, more of an SS. Yeah. But he has entered that number 9 role, and he has done it also perfectly. He has entered that number 9 role, and it looks like he's finally getting used to it. Not as an out-and-out 9, maybe like a false 9. But being able to, people underestimate strikers a lot. They feel like their job is just to tap in. But being able to go on the field and lead that attack is something that a lot of other clubs find lacking or find sad or find very hard to do. And Kai Havertz has proven has shown why Chelsea signed him for 75M, and he's really started to prove his worth once again. I'm happy for him. If I should go with 3 players, I'll go with Chilwell, I'll go with Fofana, and I'll go with Havertz.
Havertz, that means Havertz has scored back-to-back because he scored against Borussia Dortmund. And right now we are seeing him scoring again. So, and that is very important. And an update, the match between Tottenham and Nottingham Forest has come to an end, and it is 3-1 in favor of Tottenham. that means Tottenham will be moving closer to Manchester City because Liverpool was supposed to overtake Tottenham today. But we see Tottenham, they have moved again. They have moved again, and right now they still remain in the top 4 of the Premier League by winning this match 3-1. 3-1 against Nottingham Forest. So, and the match between Everton and Brentford has come to an end too, and it is 1-0 in favor of Everton. The match between Chelsea still plays on. It is 3-1. 7 minutes additional time have been played, and we have seen important play today. I just want you to tell me about Cucurella. Cucurella was given the man of the match last match. Did he play well today?
Brilliant. Even from the start, Cucurella has been fantastic. He has been one of Chelsea's best players, even in this game. Even though.
And the referee has blown the final whistle of the match between Chelsea and Leicester City, and it is 3-1 in favor of Chelsea. When I went to Vox Pop today, when I was interviewing some fans, I think somebody predicted 3-1. Somebody predicted 3-1, that Chelsea was going to win 3-1, but I don't. Well, when I watch our clips, I'll be able to pick out that person, and there's an award for that person. 3-1 in favor of Chelsea. So that's a very good result so far. So the match has come to an end. So, in summary, let me start with you, Mr. Jimmy. In summary, I want you to summarize everything we have watched here so far. I want you to summarize the situation, and I want you to summarize it the way you think with this result so far.
I think this is a good result going forward in the Premier League season. I mean, we can look to build. When you win 3 games in a row, you are on form. So we can look to build confidence from this game onwards. And from the beginning, Chelsea looked bright. We scored the first goal. Leicester equalized with a really good goal. And Chelsea, the most important thing is that Chelsea responded every time.
Yeah.
Every time we responded. Even though Leicester were very, very good in the start of the second half, we responded a lot of times to what. I think in the second half also, Leicester switched to a back 3 in order to level it up with Chelsea, to have the same form and shape. But Chelsea, from start to finish, really played nice. Kovacic and Enzo Fernandez, so good in the middle.
All right, Mr. Samuel, what do you have to say? Summary.
Well, it has been fantastic. It was a wonderful match. The biggest problem that Chelsea had all through this season was their inability to score goals, was their inability to convert chances. They were just passing the ball about aimlessly most times. That's what caused most of their problems. That's what caused them being compared to lower league teams and most of the banter. But they've come out today, they've scored 3 goals. Their players they've been all round fantastic. The defense was wonderful. The defense was peak. Then the midfield of Enzo and Kova, they really thought that we overspent when we dropped 120M for Enzo. I can really tell that is a bargain now. He's coming to his very best. I feel like he has a lot of potential to be the best midfielder in the world in his time. Then going forward, I'm so happy that Mujik wasn't able to clock that 0-7. Havertz has been fantastic as a false 9, even with the likes of Mudryk, Havertz, and the last person, and Felix. Felix was bright. I don't know how he came off in the first half. Although he didn't play his best, he had the cancelled goal. But the attack was fantastic. All round, they've been putting more effort going forward. Like I said, it's something that differentiates Man U from the other teams, which is Man U shows a lot of pressure. They show a lot of passion. They show a lot of pride. I saw about 11 or 12 men. I saw a lot of men. I saw some men out there which were willing to play for the badge. I saw some men out there which were willing to play for the win, which had the fantastic mentality. So they haven't only been good physically, they have also been good mentally. I feel like it was a 9 out of 10 match.
Oh, beautiful, Mr. Samuel. That was a beautiful analysis. But before we go, I want to ask one question, but I will answer my own first. Everybody will answer his own. If you were Graham Potter, what will you say to the world right now that you have won back to back 3 matches? Let me first of all answer. If I were Graham Potter, I would say, father, when I lose, I the blue team. I was beating the team, believe me. But right now, I am winning. Una father, just enjoy yourself. But that's my own personal. But if it is you, what will you say? If you are Graham Potter, let me tell with Jimmy. If you are Graham Potter, what will you tell the world now?
I feel like Graham Potter, actually, realistically, what he will say as the man that he is. as the man that he is. He starts by saying the boys gave everything.
He will start by saying the boys gave everything.
And I mean, this just, he just say to the Chelsea fans that he's good enough to be here. I mean, many people doubted him, especially when he came. They were like, the job is too big for him, and he's already proven his point. I think the Chelsea fans can see that now he can do something with this Chelsea squad. And his message to the Chelsea fans will be, they should just believe now. They should believe they've seen results.
All right, Mr. Samuel, what will you have to say? If you are Graham Potter, what will you tell the world? What will you tell to your Chelsea fans? What will you?
It was a very good game. The boys gave their all, and they were fantastic out there. They held the ball. But normally, I think you can say that it was a fantastic job. I think you can actually look at his, let me call it a masterpiece. You can look at his masterpiece and be happy about it. You can look back at this match, you can look back at the Dortmund match, you can look back at the Leeds match and say, well, okay, I'm starting to develop chemistry. He can prove his points that he can keep a lineup, because one of Potter's biggest problems was that he couldn't keep a steady lineup. Sometimes they even say by him playing right wing back for some reason. He's able to keep a steady lineup as of this moment, and I think he has nothing but positives to say. At least the bugs can disappear from his eyes. At least he can finally have some sleep at night. But yeah, it's been a good match, and I'm sure you'll have nothing but positives to say about the match.
Yeah. So before we conclude, before we end today's live stream, the match has just ended. Who is the premier? Let's choose the premier sport fan center man of the match. When we talk about the man of the match, we are considering the both team, both Leicester City and Chelsea, who has been outstanding. Because right now, I've asked you before your best three. I've also asked you your best three, but right now we are talking about one. And all of us have to agree who we are going to give the premier sport fan center man of the match. So let me start with you, Mr. Bijimi. If I ask you who is the premier sport man, who are we going to give the premier sport man of the match? We don't consider what other people think, but what we think is what we are giving. So
there are many actually. It's very, very hard to give this, but I have to give it to Kai Havertz. I mean, he out of all the people in the forward line, even the wing backs, he was the only one to play 90 minutes, and he did a fantastic job overall. Scored a goal. He could have scored 2 more goals. He was very unlucky with the keeper. The keeper had really 2 good saves against Kai Havertz, so I have to give Kai Havertz.
All right, Mr. Samu, your own view.
Chilwell. No, it's not easy for you to come back to your ex-team, come back to the people that grew up supporting you, and score a fantastic volley like that. It's not easy. It's not easy to do that. And it's not only that, it's not easy to put in the work, put in the effort, moving up to that left-hand side, making up a move, also putting in the defensive efforts. Yeah, I have to go with Ben Chilwell.
All right. Ben Chilwell. And you said Kai Havertz. But I am in support of Mr. Samu. Chilwell should be given the premier spot. It's nice 2-1 against 1. That's your own view, and that's his own view. Do you know why I say Chilwell? Because he was once a Leicester player before. He was interviewed prior to the match. He was asked about the match. He said, I started playing for Leicester City when I was 12 years old. You understand what I'm saying? That all the workers in the Leicester City, they are like brothers to me. They're like you understand what I'm saying? All right. So hello, though. Before we end, we're having a caller on the line. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Who is on the line?
Yes, so my people, my name is Ben.
Okay, Mr. Ben from US.
Yeah.
Well, I've been expecting your call, but I know you're a regular call. When it comes to Chelsea, you always like calling, But I didn't see you calling. Right now, Chelsea has won back to back to back. I know you are one of those Chelsea fans that was hammering that Graham Potter should be sacked. You were even planning to organize a protest against Graham Potter. Right now, Graham Potter has won. We won Leeds, he won Borussia Dortmund, and today he has won Leicester City. What do you have to say?
So this is the thing, right? If you want your child to perform well. You put fear, you put fear on your child that this is like this. If you don't do like this, heaven is going to be let loose, and so on. So he's going to ginger the person. That is what happened. So it looks like Potter got gingered when the fan, everybody is shouting, sack him, sack him. So now, he did what he had to do to keep his job. If he was doing like this, at least we will not be at number 10 today.
Yeah.
If he played like this, although he didn't have those players he has from the start anyway, he has look at that penalty. He didn't have the player he has today. But regardless, it was really, really unacceptable that you have to miss 9 games. You lose 9 games. Like, not lose all, but a draw 2 or 3, and then lose how many? It's really, really unacceptable for Chelsea. We are not Arsenal. So it's only Arsenal that actually take those kind of things, and the fan will still be smiling and say, give him time. Yeah, Chelsea don't really have time to give anybody time. We want a coach that will come in and do something. Even if you had to lose, it shouldn't be like straight 9 games. You don't win straight 9 games. It's really, really unacceptable. But regardless, he's trying. Now he has proved that he can win games. So he has a second chance, And the boys are playing very well. Frankly speaking, I don't know what he told them inside the dressing room. He must have tell them like, hey guys, go out here, please. Play your game, make sure you do this. And he came up with a different tactic. This is what he was playing in Brighton.
Yeah,
this is what was played. Yeah. This is what he was playing in Brighton, and he brought this thing here, and it's working. So now that we win this, these 3 games, the boys too, they are kind of ginger, like they have that spirit now. Let's keep winning. Let's keep winning. I just hope they qualify for Europa.
All right.
If only they are going to win their remaining games.
All right, so just hope they qualify for Europa. But I want to ask one question, Mr. Ben. Are you happy right now as a Chelsea fan?
Oh yeah, I mean the fact that they won, I'm happy. But I'm not happy because we are on number 10th position. But at least, we are not going to be fighting for relegation like I thought as first.
Yeah, but do you think you can get to top 4? You have 12 matches left. So far you have played, this is your number 26th match. You have played 26th match. You have 12 matches left to play. And that 12 matches, a consistent 10-match win can make a difference, can take you to top 4, can make you come third if you can win. Do you still believe that you can get to top 4?
So the top 4, to be frank, I'm not gonna give myself some hope that will make me feel disappointed at the end of the day. I don't see us going to top 4. I think, my decision is if we can go, 5th, 6th, we have tried for the season at least to qualify for Europa League. But if we make top 4, that means Graham Potter, that means what I have in mind for him, maybe I was wrong. But I don't think we're going to go up to top 4. That is not my, I'm not hoping for that. But if I see that, then, it's like...
All right. Mr. Ben, yeah. One more question, or let me say 2 more questions before we go. You have seen the match. I hope you watched the match.
I did.
Okay, you did. I just want you to pick one player that you feel personally that is outstanding into this match between Leicester City versus Chelsea.
Okay, so let me tell you one thing. Last time when I told you guys, my best player then was Ben Chilwell. Okay. Today too, I could tell you Ben Chilwell is somebody that, because you can see his position. You hardly pass him through that place.
Right.
That place was where they were making a whole lot of things. So if I want to pick one player, frankly speaking, I'll still pick Ben Chilwell.
All right, you taking Ben Chilwell. Right here in the studio, Mr. Samuel suggested Ben Chilwell as the Premier Sport Fan Center Man of the match. I also supported him. And right now you are confirming that Ben Chilwell is a Premier Sport Fan Center Man of the match. Please, let's give it Ben Chilwell a round of applause. So our Premier Sport Fan Center Man of the match for today is Ben Chilwell. So Mr. Ben, you have seen what Chelsea can do so far, and a lot of hope are coming up because all the Chelsea fans previously before to now, most of them are already giving up, and now they can see back to back win for Chelsea. Now going forward, you have two tournaments left to play. You have the Premier League and the Champions League. In the Champions League, you have won in fact, you have qualified for round of 8. You just won your first and second leg. On aggregate, you have won and you have qualified for the round of 8. So where do you think you can go, and where do you think Chelsea can go, and where is your hope in terms of trophy for the season for Chelsea? Are you having hope, or you just say, okay, let's just end this season by saying, okay, Chelsea try, by next season we begin to win trophy?
So you know one thing, Chelsea were used to bring some kind of surprise. When we won the Champions League against what they call it, Bayern Munich. Okay. So against Bayern Munich, we were actually the least people that they believed, because they thought Chelsea go there, they are going to, they are going to bamboozle Chelsea all the way and take the trophy, because it was actually in Germany. It was in their backyard. They were going to bamboozle Chelsea and take the trophy and so, but Chelsea went there and pulled a surprise, and we won it. Against Man City, they said, for where Chelsea is done, they can't go in, there's nowhere. Man City squad are on fire. They can kill, they can kill anything killable and whatsoever. They put so many things, but Chelsea went there. And they went there to pull that surprise again, and they won Man City. The odds were against us. All the odds were against us that we're going to win that game. But we did win that game.
Yeah.
So that one passed. So this one now, if Chelsea make it through this quarter-final, then there's a problem, which means their eyes on something. But I'm still having little hope. For Premier League, no, we're not going to take it. But for Champions League, it's open. There's a possibility that if Chelsea make it out of this quarterfinals, if they enter semi-finals, they are going to die in that place, because they know that's the only trophy they have. And if they take the trophy, that means they automatically qualify next season to play it. So, and with the way they are playing now, they are coming together. They are understanding themselves. They are coming together. They have a rhythm now. So there's a possibility. People that are going to give a lot of trouble, they are at what they call them. PSG is out. Barcelona is out. So the other clubs that are in, like Bayern Munich, who actually are threat. Bayern Munich, and so if they did draw Chelsea against Bayern Munich and some of those big teams from, then there's a possibility that they can make it through.
Wow. There's a possibility they can make it through. Right.
Yeah.
But Mr. Ben, sometimes I told somebody that when Chelsea they were losing, and I told somebody that they will need to be patient with Graham Potter. Probably is trying to build a new Chelsea team. A lot of Chelsea fans did not agree with me. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of Chelsea fans did not agree with me, but I was seeing some positivity because, one, the kind of players he was buying, they are positive players, and they were all good players. And I don't believe that in the long run there is going to be a result. But now, what do you have to say to Chelsea fans? Will you tell them to keep on believing in Graham Potter, or will you tell them to sack him?
No, he has proved, at least for now, he has proved himself a little bit, and he has changed some of our mind. Like me right now, I think he deserves a second chance. He has won the first time. He has won three games. So, and the boys now, they are having their confidence is growing back. So that is the thing. He needs another chance. So guys, let us give him a second chance. Let's see what he has to do. If at the end of this season, if we do something positive next season, then of course. But right now, I think he changed some of our mind. Like me, right now, I think he deserves to stay for the season. Let's see what happens. Let him run this one through.
All right, Mr. Ben, thank you very much for calling in. Let him run this one to the last question I have to tell you. What do you have to say to Premier Sport Fan Center? What do you have to say to us?
You guys are awesome. To be frank,
right.
you guys are doing great. You are making our day. At least, even if I'm not watching the match, sometimes I'm driving. I'm not watching the game, but I just tune into the channel and then I hear the scores. I follow you guys' analysis, and it looks like I'm watching it live as well. So you guys are trying. Kudos. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that is what we are telling. That's what we are telling all the fans in the world. Go sell your television, sell your radio, and click on the Premier Sport Fan Center because we can do it better. That is what we tell everybody. Thank you, Mr. Ben, for confirming it, and that is what we are going to tell the rest of people. Thank you for now. Thanks for calling in, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right, bye for now.
You guys will take care. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Jimmy, you just had one of our fans from US. He's calling from US, and we have series of fans who call from US to contribute to our Premier Sports Fan Center. You just heard what he said. I just wanted to analyze what he said so far and summarize it before we close.
Yeah, I feel like I have to agree with him too.
Okay.
In the last match we played against Dortmund, he also called in and he said Ben Chilwell is a huge boost for us now that he's back from injury. And he is a huge boost for us now that he's back from, because that left-hand side, the left wing back, is not what Cucurella is used to. Yeah. And him playing that place earlier in the season, that people were like, it's no good, it's no good. I feel like this left centre back Cucurella is playing suits him more than the left wing back. So it's a good combination now that we have our players fit. And he also said Graham Potter has proven that he needs time. So, and I feel like he has proven in these last 3 games that he needs time. Even when he first came as first, Graham Potter, he won three games in a row also. He won against Milan. We knocked Milan out of the Champions League. We beat them home and away. He played a very, very impressive game against Wolves. He picked up a win in that. But just along the line, injuries and all those sort of runs. So I feel like Chelsea fans can begin to have faith now.
All right, Mr. Samuel, just summarize and so that we can end it off, so that we can close for today.
Well, I 100% agree with what he said.
Okay.
How he spoke about Ben Chilwell. Saying what the team was doing going forward, and the top 4 is not possible. No, it's possible mathematically, but when you have teams like you have Man U form, or you have Tottenham, it might not just work, but we can still push for Europa and Conference League. Obviously, Potter didn't do it. Assuming he has kept this one on form all throughout his time, we could even be competing for top 4. Heck, we can be competing for the league, who knows? But he didn't keep the form. We lost a lot of games, we lost a lot of points. And going forward, I feel like they can still climb up the table, they can still make that Europa or maybe Europa Conference League spots. So yeah, I agree with everything he said.
All right. If you look at it mathematically, it does not look possible, but let me tell you one trick in this very particular table. If Chelsea consistently win their next 2-3 matches, they will go to 5th position. And you have 12 matches left. But it looks impossible, but it is possible. If you consistently win your next 3 matches, you will go to 5th.
Yeah, you have
Just if you win 1 match now, you will go to 8th. You understand? You win 2, you will go to 5th. But it looks impossible, but it is possible. Yeah. Like you were in the same position with Liverpool before. You were dragging 9 and 10 Liverpool. Liverpool won their 1st and 2nd. Now Liverpool is in 5th position. If they have won today, they would have been in the 4th position. You understand what I'm saying? So it is possible. I still believe it is possible. Consistent winning, it is possible. Well, Mr. Jimmy and Mr. Samuel, thank you for coming to the studio to discuss. In fact, I enjoyed your company. It was a brilliant analysis. In fact, you said it the way it was, and we have seen it manifest in the result. Thank you very much for coming. And to our viewers, thank you for staying tuned with us. I think we have come to the end of today's live stream. We'll be joining tomorrow's match between Manchester City and Arsenal. Also will be playing tomorrow. You know, Arsenal is in the number 1, and we'll be playing tomorrow. You don't need to miss it. 3 p.m. tomorrow, 3 in the afternoon, please. Don't forget to join Premier Sport Fan Center. We will give you the way it is. Don't forget to join us. For now, it is bye from us. See you tomorrow.